So, good morning everyone. I am here in a Korean restaurant, very beautiful Korean restaurant. I always was fascinated about the Korean culture, although I've never been in Korea. But my friend who was a real Korean, told me one time that Korea and Japan is almost like 10 to 15 years apart. Everything that they do in Japan, it seems that 10 years before or 10 years late from Korea, or it's the opposite around actually. Japanese is a little bit advanced in some things, Korean is a little bit late in some technologies, almost 10 to 15 years apart I think. And the main difference that I noticed between the two is the environment. So whenever you walk in the street in Japan, you feel as if the commercials, what did I call it? The news, everything around is just directed toward anime style commercial or media. So everything is bright. Everything have rainbows and they have what do they call unicorns everywhere. It's like in the anime, Japanese have very small eyes, very thin eyes, but in the anime you find their eyes is like this. Korea on the other hand is very good in the action or in the drama, and when you see the streets, when you see the way they have the architecture, I've been into a lot of videos or saw a lot of videos of street walking in Korea. It's just the same exact system as Japan, but in a more mature way. It feels like the system in Japan is directed toward anime style or anime children or what do they call that? Immature way of looking to things, or as I said, it's like an anime style system and a K-drama style system. Whenever you see even the architecture in the alleys and the streets, it's the exact same system, yet the change in the outside structure is just the maturity thing. Either way, today I am eating from this restaurant. It is called Tteokbokki or hot rice cake. Tteokbokki. I've ate only one time or two times in the Korean town in Tokyo. By the way, I didn't know that the Koreans have a town in Tokyo there until the last year of my stay over there, and I was invited there by a friend. And it was a really nice experience. They have a very big alley in the middle of Tokyo filled with cosmetics and all the things that the Korean girls do in the media and in the news and all of that. But the food was really good over there actually. And here they have the basics. It tastes a little bit different, especially the barbecue. But today I'm not eating meat. I am not in the mood for meat that much. I'm eating something called, as I said, the hot rice cake or a tteokbokki. That's what I call it. Either way, it's really nice. I tried it before in different restaurants, and let's see this restaurant how it is. They have a nice atmosphere. I'm not allowed to make like a video for the architecture in here because of a lot of privacy concerns, but they have really nice atmosphere. They were just playing what do they call it, Stray Kids. I think it's called Stray Kids somehow. This is a band, and they were also Blackpink. They have really nice pickup of song, or like the list of songs are really good actually. I don't know about the food. This should be very hot and at the same time very sweet. So it's something similar to the kimochi, or not the kimchi. It's rice cake. What they call that? What do they used to call that in Japan? I don't remember the name of it. But it's made of rice. It's not from wheat, and they put it in a way that it can be boiled, and then after being boiled, it can be a little bit saucy or juicy and somehow, and then they put it in some kind of sauce, and the sauce is specialized sauce from Korea. Actually, it's not let's say that a mix of sauce. Because I noticed when I arrived to Dubai and UAE, a lot of restaurants say that they are doing a food, but the food usually is made by other people, and the people who are making the food like taste totally different from the real food that country. For example, I drink one time miso soup, or miso shiro they call it, and it's a very Japanese style soup, and it tasted very different actually. They didn't have seaweeds, which is the main ingredients, and the pasta they put inside didn't taste that salty. It tasted different. It's the same name but very different taste. As for this, I tasted it over there and in here. It's a little bit different, but it's much better than the soup actually. Well, for a first, it's not hot, it's not spicy. Usually Koreans are well known for two things: spicy food, and if you didn't know, they have the highest percentage of alcohol consumption compared to their population of all over the world. They consume alcohol more than Europe, more than UK, more than US. They have the highest consumption of alcohol all over the world compared to their population. Especially, I'm talking about South Korea, of course. I asked for the alcohol in here, but I couldn't get any alcohol. I tried their alcohol while I was abroad, but I really wanted to drink something. It's been really tough 10 days, and last month was a really bad month, and I couldn't drink any alcohol since the last time I drank with a friend. Usually I only drink alcohol in two cases: when I am feeling very bad and lonely, or when I am with a friend. And yeah, I only do that in these two ways. I stopped doing it randomly actually, and I couldn't get even in here the traditional alcoholic drink of Korea. So first of all, it tastes good, but it's totally not spicy. Usually it's more spicy than this. Second, there is a hint of fish taste in it. I think it's based on this. This is, I have no idea what they call that, but it's made of fish in the same way that they made the rice cake, and they're put together. I will do the barbecue in some episodes in the future, or in some podcasts in the future. They have very special barbecue, Korean barbecue style, because they bring all the meat in a raw way, and they have a small gas in front of you, and they put the meat directly on the gas, and they barbecue directly. But they have more bigger chunks of meat compared to Japan, because I've done the tabi hodai in Japan, And tabi hodai is like eating as much as you can for 2 hours. There is something called niku hodai, and niku hodai is eating as much meat as you can in 2 hours also. Usually, Japanese are the only people who do that, especially the niku hodai, because it is only meat, as much as you can eat of meat. I think it was for, if I am not mistaken, yeah, it's $20 to $30, and of course, Japanese doesn't have that ability to eat that much. I used to go to that place with Korean friends, and one Japanese friend. Sometimes he was a bodybuilder, and when we used to eat the meat in those places, those people or the people who were in charge of the niku hodai was shocked, because usually Japanese cannot eat that much. Only like a bodybuilder or a Korean can eat that much. Of course, me also, I can eat a lot when it's niku hodai. And we used to ask for more meat, more meat, more meat. And eventually they used to say to us, you cannot eat all of that. Like I said, it's tabi hodai, or it's niku hodai. And then they said it's a specialized niku hodai directed towards Japanese ways of eating. So if they couldn't compete, or they couldn't bring all of the meat and be profitable if you did it for a foreigner, especially Koreans and people like me. And but other way, they have really nice niku hodai. In here, it's a different. In here, they have a set. It's not niku hodai. It's a set of meat. You get a plate and with a lot of types of meat, and you only get what is in the plate, and it's unlimited time for that. But over there, when they used to do the niku hodai, you can eat as much as you want, as fast as you want, for maybe 2 hours. So it was really challenging, especially when you are low budget and you can, for example, stay for one day just eating really small snacks, and you prepare for that with your friends. I used to go with 2 friends most of the time. Yuk was a really nice guy. Yuk. And either way, we used to stay maybe for one day, not eating a lot, and then at the end of the day, in the night, we go there and we just grill the place. We just don't leave any meat in that place. And the owners of the place used to be very, very anxious. What are those monsters trying to eat more? Okay? It was really funny days. Either way, in here it tastes good, but it's not spicy. It's totally not spicy. They are making it more into Japanese style, because usually Japanese doesn't like spicy food, and they don't like hot food in general. They have a certain limitation on their body, their DNA. I remember one time I made a chicken curry in a Eastern Japanese way, and I put not the highest level of spice, the lowest level of. Actually, it was. They have it on 5 scale, 5% or 5-point scale. I put it maybe 4 in that time, and the person I was with started to sweat, and his face started to become red, because his body didn't accept this type of spicy food, but for me it was normal. So it's different DNA from one country to country. Some people have stamina for that, some people don't have. For me, when I eat this, and when I compare it to a normal hot, spicy Korean food that I tasted abroad, this doesn't taste spicy at all. It's very delicious. Very delicious, but it's not spicy. Maybe some people can find it spicy. For me, it looks totally beneath normal, actually. And I remember one friend of ours who was always, all the time. That friend, when he used to eat, in the barbecue or in the buffet or in the Nico Hodai, he always used to do like this. I will explain that physically and by voice. When he eats something, especially meat, he used to do like I always tell that person, you shouldn't do that. Whenever I eat with you, it feels like having sex, or I am hearing someone having sex. You shouldn't do that. But he said it's only the style over there. They try to express their feelings when they are eating, and especially Koreans actually. But the voice was totally out of order actually at that time. And another thing, when you hear a Japanese drinking, for example, from the miso soup or from the ramen, they have a voice while they're drinking the soup. Usually in the West is very forbidden. It's not a sign of politeness, and it sometimes feels strange when you are eating with polite people over there. But they really produce a lot of sound when they're drinking ramen or they're drinking soup. And I come to conclusion that it is a culture to express how much the food is good. The same way as my friend used to have sex while he was eating the food. Like his voices was totally as having sex actually. And we were all nice guys. We weren't that type of guys, but yeah, I wanted to talk about this. And as I said, I will rate this food based on price and based on taste and based on quality. I will give it based on price at almost 30 dirhams or 35 dirhams. It's like $10. Compared to UAE, it's a normal price, but compared to people who are on a low budget, it's a little bit expensive. And based on the taste, well, it tastes really good actually. Very, very good. But it is not spicy. Not spicy at all actually. It should be much more spicy than this. Or maybe my tasting buds have become a little bit more acceptable to spicy food, or more able to endure difficult food much more than before. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling it more spicy. Maybe someone who is tasting it for the first time will feel it's really spicy. For me, it tastes below normal. I remember one time a friend also told me that in Latin America they have some kind of this type of restaurants for tacos and tortillas. And in those restaurants, when you go into the restaurant, they have like a list of the level of spice that is in the food. So they say, for example, maybe they have 10 or more than 15 level. Usually people go to the 6 or 7 level. Only real natives over there can go to the highest levels because they really like spicy food. And they have the same things over in Korea and Japan. And I noticed that even in south of Japan, especially in specialized area or special areas, they have type of ramen. It's called karamen, and that karamen also they put it with a list of how much spicy it is. And it was the only place in all of Japan that I noticed that they do that actually. And I tried maybe it was like 5, 6 levels. I tried the third, fourth level and it tasted really spicy. But when a friend of mine just brought the bowl of the ramen, and it was very, very, like it was the highest level. You know what I thought when I saw that ramen? I thought it was, it feels like lava. You know lava, when they go out of a volcano and they put it in a soup. It looked that spicy, and when I tasted it, and it was really a shock. It was like, I felt like hell is put into my mouth. It was really spicy. And I was until now just wondering how can they endure that, because a foreigner couldn't endure that. And yeah, that's it. As I said, the food regarding the price is a little bit expensive. I will give it like 6 or 7 out of 10. Regarding the taste, well, it's not the original taste for sure, but it tastes good. So 8 will be a fair rate for that. And regarding the portion, and this is a new thing I'm trying to do, because some places give you really small portion based on the price. This one, the portion is not big actually, but it's not small compared to the price. So I will give it maybe 5 or 6. You will see the summary of that at the end of the video. And in case I didn't see you tomorrow, good night and see you later.